Hello guys, and welcome back to the Borderlands pre-sequel community patch 1.0 character changes. Today I'm going over Athena, but as always, if you want to check out the full list of changes or all the loot and boss changes, link will be to that in the description down below, or if you guys want to download it. So with that, let's get right into it. Alright, so first skill that changed is Invictus. Increases the damage dealt by the Aspis when thrown. Originally this was only plus 7% per point, now it's up to plus 10%. So really nice change, that gives an extra 15% damage, worth picking up. Next we'll go to Aphotis. Increases movement speed and gun damage while holding the Aspis. The movement speed was increased, originally it was only 4%, now it is plus 6%. Then we'll keep working our way down. Vanguard. While the Aspis is active, you and your nearby friends regenerate health. The more damage absorbed by the Aspis, the more health regenerated. They tripled the range of Vanguard, but all the stats remained unchanged, which is a really nice small change. We'll keep going. Damage absorbed by the Aspis now recharges the shields of you and your nearby friends. Additionally, increases your shield capacity. They doubled the range of this skill, so now it is the same effective range as Vanguard. So you can get healing and shield recharge all in the same range if allies are close enough to you. Really nice changes. Those are all the changes though in the phalanx tree. Now we'll move over. Gunkada increases gun damage. Additionally, your melee damage is increased for a short duration after shooting an enemy. 5% gun damage is changed. It was originally 3%. And also melee damage is now 15% when it was only originally 10% per point. So that's actually a pretty significant buff. Well worth it. Next we'll go to Clarity of Purpose. Increases melee damage and max health. Melee damage was buffed. It was originally 5%. Now it is up to 7%. It's a kill skill. Killing an enemy increases movement speed and damage resistance for a few seconds. And now it gives 6% movement speed when it was only 4%, and that's Mercurial. Really great, more movement speed. Next we'll go to Epicenter. It is a slam alteration skill. When you slam, you now create a singularity, pulling nearby enemies closer and dealing damage to them. Additionally, your slam attacks damage is increased by 25%. The extra 25% is new, and I've said it many times before, I love the additions to the 1-point skills. They make them just so much stronger when they're already game-changing skills. So pick that up. Next we'll work our way over to Bloodlust. Grants Life Leech whenever you make an enemy bleed for the duration of the bleed effect. This effect stacks multiple times if you have multiple bleeding enemies. So this was changed. It changed health regen to Life Leech, so it's a more immediate. Next we'll go down to Fury of the Arena. Grants increased fire rate and reload speed for each bleeding target. It boosted each of these by 50%, but doesn't really sound as much as it is. Reload speed was plus 2% and fire rate was plus 2%. Now they're just both plus 3%, which helps for bosses. And then we'll go down to You've Got Red on You. When an enemy is killed by your melee attacks or dies while bleeding, they explode, dealing damage to nearby enemies as well as grossing them out. This is now a 1 out of 1 skill, so you get rank 5 with 1 point. Really awesome, a lot of extra damage and worth picking up. And lastly, Blood Rush. It's a melee override skill. Press melee to dash towards an enemy and strike them with Zephos, dealing increased melee damage. This ability has a cooldown. If this attack applies a bleed to the target that isn't bleeding or kills a target, this cooldown is immediately reset. So the cooldown is now only 7 seconds instead of the original 10 seconds. More cooldown, you can use it more often, which is really great for a melee build. So now we'll work our way down this skill tree. Storm Weaving did not change. Smite. While you are airborne, shooting an enemy will smite them, causing an incendiary and shock damage in a small area. Smite damage increases as you accumulate more stacks of Maelstrom. This ability has a cooldown. It reduced the cooldown to 8 seconds when it was originally 12 seconds, so you can use it more often. Next we'll go down to Superconductor. The Aspis has a chance to shock nearby enemies when struck. When this occurs, you gain bonus Maelstrom stacks. Now it gives 15% shock chance instead of the 10% shock chance. But I have my class mod on. Flash freeze. Whenever you freeze an enemy, you gain flash freeze for a short duration. During this time, you cannot gain or lose maelstrom stacks. Duration is now 1.5 seconds instead of the 1 second, which is really nice. It holds the stacks longer. They don't just get removed as soon as you do it. Overload. Whenever you kill an enemy who's electrocuted or burning, there's a chance for the status effect to chain to a nearby enemy. When this occurs, you gain bonus maelstrom stacks. This bonus is gained twice if the target is both burning and electrocuted. It now gives a 12% chance to spread instead of 9% chance. And finally is, well, we'll go take off my class mod just so I can show you. Oh, nope. Alright. So you can see flash freeze and overload. So you can see the 12% status effect chance to spread. And finally is Hayder shackle. Slamming links you to nearby enemies with a shock tether for a short duration. Electrocuting them, the tether is broken if you lose line of sight to the target. Any enemy still tethered at the end of the duration or who die while tethered release an incendiary nova, and you gain bonus maelstrom stacks for each enemy affected. This ability has a cooldown. Now it lasts 6 seconds from 3 seconds, and the cooldown is 8 seconds instead of 12 seconds. So overall, those are all the Athena changes. I think it's just really great. It's nothing too broken, nothing too overpowered, but it does make the player feel stronger, and they can just kind of mob very easily and fight bosses a lot easier. Let me know what you guys think. Are these good Athena changes? Do you think it makes her too powerful? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.